move like I need a new hobby. Fuck a 9 to 5.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Get Lifted, 30 is a New 20 with your boy Smiley Jizzle and my man's
crisxmasod.
And we here with another crazy episode to come at y'all with some straight up facts, you know what I mean? Or very strong opinions. Either way, I did watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series. Like, and when I watch shows, like, I binge watch them shits. Like, no matter what I watch, like, I fucking...
Oh, is it, like, all the way out? Like,
yeah.
You can watch the whole
10
season?
episodes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 10 episodes. Now, here's the bad thing about it, right? In a way...
The bad thing about it is it's a true story. That's what's bad about it.
That's the worst thing about it.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing about it. There's many bad things about it. But one of the bad things about it is that they continue to glorify the situation. And not really glorify it, like celebrate it, but you know, they got...
It is celebrated.
It is celebrated.
It's successful. It's a successful Netflix show. That's celebrated. If you get a TV show or a movie based off your life, then you are being celebrated. Good or bad?
You are. Because it becomes a form of entertainment.
There's females right now that was making posts on the internet talking about, like, they fuck with that nigga. Like after, first of all, he's dead. So, yeah, I mean, killed by a black man too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the nigga that murked him, because I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, I'm not even pretty sure. I basically know that he killed mad black people too. Like in real life.
Right, he did. He did.
And I don't know, like, this motherfucker, he twisted dude.
Like let's now here's the thing about the story. The story dives so deep into really who the monster was. Like, why was he a monster? Why was he not a normal person? Like, what made him such a bad person?
So let me ask you this. Do you think it's justified?
What?
His
behavior?
No. His story being told on Netflix. Would you have rather have watched that and learned that information about him? Or would you rather have not even known about that shit?
That's a hard question to ask me. Because if you want to say it as a question of morality, normally, like, you probably would say, like, I don't think it should be so heavily celebrated. But I don't feel like that. I feel like a part of human behavior is understanding different behavior.
Did you like the show?
Did I like the show? Yeah. To give it a rating as, like, for entertainment wise, yeah, I like the show. Did I like the show because I feel like that's something that I would like to do or some shit? No, fuck no. But I like the show because I believe that deep down there's something in every person. We're not evil, but something in every person where you have this, like, desire or understanding for something that you control, but it's something that you feel like you control it because you have to control it. And when you lose that, like, where you thinking, like, okay, it's not wrong for me to feel this way about whatever. That's you being true to yourself. I think for him, he had a compulsion, and even though he was insane, he claimed he wasn't, but he lacked empathy. You know what I mean? In this situation, because sympathy and empathy. Because if somebody is, really nice to you, or they enjoy your company or you really care about them, you wouldn't want to hurt that person.
Did he only kill women? Or, men?
Only men, yeah.
That's great.
Only men. Only gay men. Or, well, no, not even only gay men, because a few of his victims were straight.
Yeah.
The straight victims were accidents, mostly.
They're probably casualties of what the fuck they seen or some shit like that. You probably had to kill them.
Like, he acted on his desires. Mm-hmm. His desires were unfathomable, right?
Tommy used to eat niggas, right?
Yeah, that was part of it. He didn't always eat his victims, but he would taste parts of their flesh.
Niggas be like Charles Manson was fucking crazy.
Oh, Charlie Manson, like he had recruits.
Yeah, because
he had like people out there doing shit.
He was like mentally like on some Dr. Strange shit. I don't know. I think motherfuckers was doing drugs and he tapped into something and he probably thought it was heaven, but it probably was hell, and it was a lot of demons. That's why I said, like, I feel like demons are like, spiritually entering humans and making them act in the way, and I feel like that's why they call liquor spirits, because you act out of your spirit. You're acting in another spirit when you're on alcohol.
And alcohol is opening a doorway.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a leap for me, because like I'm not the more spiritual type, so it's a leap for me. But sometimes a lot of things do make sense.
Yeah, like
with an open mind, I can make sense of certain things.
Like, why do they call it?
Why do they call it spirits? Right. You know what I mean? And wine was considered a body of Christ. Like certain things. So I do think about those things in certain ways. But it's like puzzles to me. Mm-hmm. Like everything is, they put it out there so you could know, like a sick joke. Like, guess what? Guess what we're doing? And there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Like that's the funny thing. That's like basically like, yo, this dude's killing people and getting away with it. And it's like, it's okay because, hey, my next door neighbor knows it. She's called you guys mad times and I'm still doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's up with that story? I heard somebody
so
the whole time.
Here's the thing.
They ain't believe him.
So like it's like the movie is kind of, well, not the movie, I'm sorry. The show, okay. The docuseries is more like a compilation of different
events.
Not different events, different rights of his story from different perspectives. But they took it,
so it's not all his perspective.
Exactly, right? That's how they made the story, but I'm explaining it in a way that doesn't make sense. I'm trying to make it make sense. There was a lot of different things that came out for Jeffrey Dahmer. There was biopics, there was interviews, there was
and this is part of
shows. No, it's not. But it's influenced by those things, but it's not exactly the same way.
Gotcha.
Right? But nobody knows, like, I don't know who gave the rights to create it or whatever. Because this happened like 90 something. You know what I mean? Like when he finally got like arrested and everything, it was like 90 something. You know what I mean? So that was like a couple decades ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He's already dead. So
right. So why why resurface it?
Maybe
right?
the victims got some type of benefit, like.
Well, they're making. I think what's going on. I'm not sure. I'd like to find out more. If you guys know,
so,
put in the comments. I think they're making other like docu-series kind of like that for other serial killers.
Yeah, because that's why I said this shit is getting out of hand, my nigga. That seemed a little demonic.
So you think it's like
That shit seems.
Yo, you know what? You know what? When I was younger, I'm gonna tell you some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because this is why
we used to be scared of Freddy Krueger and shit.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you some shit.
Now we scared of Jeffrey Dahmer.
I used to
and Ted Bundy and shit. Like,
I used to go on the internet and I used to look up this conspiracy theorist. I'm not gonna put his name out, but he was really popular on YouTube, right? And he was African American, and he would take videos and break them down. How there's suggestive messaging in every video, and there's this, there's that, and all of these different things, and showing the Baphomets and showing certain images and how certain things are happening and shit like that. I gotta show
y'all something when the camera's
so
off too.
Word.
Camera, because this probably could get me.
Yo, we gotta talk. But yo, like for the people, I want y'all to understand. I used to watch this and I used to be like, yo, like whatever, like this dude is crazy, he wildin', but I get entertained by watching it, right? And then I was watching something else. I watched convincing video footage of different things, and this is all video. Videos can be tampered with, whatever, right? So I'm watching all of these different things, and every time I'm watching something, I'm just like, yo, like, nobody cares. Like, nobody really is considering all this shit, so it can't be true. But the thing is, it's only a certain number of people that really indulge in certain information because nobody is trying to do anything to fix any of these situations. So it is good to bring to light certain things to understand that everybody's not going to really get the message. So some shit is going to be like, yo, what the fuck you talking about? Demons? What the fuck? But yo, like on some real shit, it's a lot of shit, unknown shit that motherfuckers don't know about. But I don't talk about certain things because I don't be thinking about that shit. I be thinking about other shit. But there's a shit array of conspiracies that's going on right beneath us that we don't even know about, that do affect us in some type of way. I'll give you some shit. Right now, what's going on right now, I'm trying to buy a house. This is my personal shit. I'm trying to buy a house. I'm trying to get the house, right? The radon detection shows that it's at like high as fuck, right?
What does that mean?
Radon is like some type of radiation that.
So there's radiation in that.
There's radiation in the house, and it's an extreme level of radiation in the house. So
that's cancerous. It's
cancerous, right? So I'm like, yo, like I'm not about to buy a house and try to live here for the rest of my life.
That's cancerous, yeah.
That's cancerous. Like that's crazy as fuck. Like nah.
Too much of a life to live.
So like, yo, like they could get this. It could be regulated. Da 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 da. How long do it take to regulate that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's mad questions that gotta be asked. So I'm like, yo, like
time that regulates that,
right? and I'm like, yo, like it's shit that you don't know, but then it's shit that you like, yo, like if I know this is bad, why would I fucking do it? You feel me? And that's how I just think about everything.
I kind of blame the dude, your realtor.
Okay.
Because
he let me know. He could have just been like, it's not too bad. You know what I mean? But
for him to even show you some shit that he knew had radiation is like pointless.
He didn't know.
Oh, he did.
We didn't know. We did our inspection. I paid for a fucking inspection and we did the inspection and we found that out. We got the fucking shit back. So now I gotta bring it back to the seller and let them know, listen.
So you went in the house?
Yeah.
So you was exposed to radiation?
I mean, if it's not as high as they say, like I could just be, I'm just gonna get cancer as soon as I walk in here. Like it's not like that. Cause people live there, you feel me? But now that I know that shit.
What happened to the people that lived there?
They lived there. They was there. They was outside when we was going through the house because they had to wait until we did our inspection.
So they was alive or what?
Yeah.
Nobody was coughing. Nobody.
Nah. They had a baby too, bro. So I'm looking at it like that. Like, yo, y'all need to have this fucking filtration system set up. Cause y'all got a whole child in this crib.
That's
like, y'all
another
crazy.
thing too. Like you don't want to get sued. You don't want to.
Yeah, like yo, like
and then fucking
for real,
people
for real.
in there, and then somebody
For
gets
real.
cancer or some shit like that.
So I'm like,
you know what I'm saying?
so I'm like, I'm Gucci. Like I'm, you know, we backing out of this shit because it's too much going on here.
How you been feeling after that, man?
I feel like
If you get randomly sick, that's radiation for you.
Yo, get out of here. Sue these niggas for what?
This shit ain't COVID, it's radiation, bro.
But nah, like shit, you know what I mean? Checked out everything straight. It's clutter in the basement, it's a lot of shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, clean that shit up. You know. But I said that to say, right? Like, I never knew about that shit, but I know it's not good, so fuck that shit. Like, I'm out of here. Like, you feel me? That's the same way. Like, if you know something bad, like, you don't gotta tell a person that it's wrong to take somebody's life. You know it's wrong to take somebody's life. But sometimes you also know that if you grow up without somebody in your life to guide you along the way, when you make your mistakes and nobody tell you that what you did was wrong and you just live in your head, your life is gonna deteriorate. You don't have any social structure, you don't have any guidance, you don't have anybody to tell you shit. You're just gonna have to go off of your own devices. You might fuck around and be a feral human being running around in the woods or some shit.
I ain't mad at them tech people though. They ain't bothering nobody.
Shit. If you come in their shit, they might rip your throat out or some shit.
That should be standard though. Why would we
don't come in their shit.
Yeah.
But how you know they out there? When you go and doing whatever you doing. The woods is for everybody. If you in the woods,
yeah,
unless
true. But if
somebody
you're in like a crib, like it depends.
Oh yeah, you
on
going in
how,
house,
you know what
but
I mean?
them niggas ain't gonna be in no house.
I mean, we ain't talking about Bigfoot, so they.
Nah, I'm talking about them people that just live in the woods. Like, if it is people that live in the woods,
they building cabins. Bro.
Then
they ain't living in no shacks.
So I'm talking about if you live in the woods and you having kids with your family.
Yeah.
Them type of motherfuckers.
Yeah, you gonna have a cabin. You might even have a farm.
Nah, them motherfuckers be some hills have eyes at.
You think about carnies and shit. You think about them Rob Zombie shit.
I'm not playing with them niggas, man.
It's scary, B.
Look, I know, like, if I go in the woods, like, I'm on some type hunting type shit. I ain't never go hunting. I never went hunting.
Check this out.
But
like,
yeah.
You ever see that movie, The Witch?
The Witch. Which one? I've seen a lot of movies.
It's called The Witch.
The Witch. Who was in it?
I have no idea. It was about a family. They basically lived in the woods, and the daughter was playing with her sister, her baby sister, and went to the woods, and a witch came and snatched the baby up and murked the baby, bro.
Oh, shit.
It was crazy, and it was basically about a witch being in the woods, basically haunting the family, and the little girl ended up turning into the witch at the end of the movie.
Oh,
but I only say that because fucking. Why did I say that shit? What was we talking about, bro? We was talking about something.
The Witch.
Right before The Witch.
Oh, we was talking about the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, and then we was talking about people knowing what they shouldn't do, and then we was talking about evil.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say that The Witch is all about it's all about like animals or people being possessed into doing different things. You see what I'm saying?
Well, man, this is deep one. This is a good deep Halloween discussion. Like we gonna get into this.
Ghouls and goblins.
Yo, it's the season, man. Oh, and we gonna talk about Halloween a little bit too. Yo, I will say this.
As long as we ain't talk about Dahmer bitch ass.
Nah. I just wanted to say this about psychologically, like what makes a person break. Not about glorifying him, but the whole fact that they made the series. Like, why bring that back 20 years later? You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, what is this? But to what you said, do I think it's drugs, or do I think that there are drugs that people use to control people. There's drugs that make you tell the truth. There's drugs that make you more sexual. There's drugs that make you docile. There's drugs that make you paralyzed, but you can still feel everything.
That's crazy.
There's all different types of drugs.
That's some chemical
right?
warfare shit.
And when you know what drugs to use to do certain things, you can manipulate people with drugs. Is there a drug that you can control a person's mind with? I don't know about that.
Did you see that in warfare? Did anybody have any guns?
Oh, all right. So to put down that myth of the military, of us being like Rambo and shit, like we just rip people apart and shit. That's not really true. But what they do is kind of psychological, but they don't break you down with pills or anything. They break you down with removing of the pleasures of civilian life. The pleasures that you guys just take for granted, or just like being able to use your phone and play games, or being able to just smoke a J and just watch TV, go eat whatever you want. Like taking away those freedoms and only putting you on their program and their process to do whatever they want you to do for a certain period of time. And if you don't do it, then it's desertion. If you don't do it, then you get this type of reprimand. If you don't do it, then you got to do some type of physical exercise. You know,
like what if you couldn't do it physically?
It don't matter. You gotta keep trying.
Damn.
But if you can't and you pass out,
because I'm pretty sure a lot of big niggas could not do 20 push-ups.
Then they probably would pass out. Damn. And somebody would have to carry them or some shit, and they can't get back, but they still keep. You're not gonna get up. Get on your back. They tell you to do a different exercise where you could exercise another muscle and tire that muscle out.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? But it's all physical shit, but it's not really nobody put their hands on you. Like, I guess back in the day, they put their hands on you, but it's never really nobody putting their hands on you. But then there's people that can't control their emotions and they get broken. And then,
So let me ask this question. Everybody that, let's say, a year off of army training, like everybody in general, do you think that the mass majority of them could do 30 push-ups straight? The majority now.
In the military, could they do 30 push-ups straight?
After the military.
After.
A year after.
After they've gotten out.
Mm-hmm. So they survived boot training, they survived. But then after they
Oh, you mean after boot camp?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically
everybody that graduates from boot camp is able to do 30 push-ups when they get out of boot camp.
Gotcha.
They're able to run fast.
So they don't even make it past boot camp if you can't do 30 push-ups.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
These niggas,
That's
these
what
motherfuckers in the military are in pretty good shape.
That's what I was.
Most of them, when they first get in there, in pretty good shape. Then they start to get out of shape. Mm-hmm. But they really work with you to try to get you to a point that you can make it. Otherwise, you get in the military and you'll never get promoted. So if you can't get to you can't pass a test or something like that, they don't just kick you out. I mean, you finish your time, but if you can't pass a test, then you're done. So a lot of people, they hope that they get a deployment or something like that sometimes because that's all they could do, because some of them are really in shape. But some of them are, for the most part, they're in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? Even older people that are in the military are still really in pretty good shape. Yeah.
People that been in the army for mad.
Yeah, because they still be jogging and stuff. They still be doing stuff like that. They still be running. They like to exercise. I'll be honest, I got lazy. I don't exercise like that, you know what I mean? But I think I could do 20 push-ups. I don't really be doing push-ups like that, but I've done push-ups a few times. Within the last few months, I've probably done some push-ups. I try to do stuff for a few weeks or something like that. And I've pushed myself and I've been able to do 60 push-ups or whatever at a time, you know what I mean? Not throughout the day, I've been able to 60 push-ups. But that shit took working on that shit to do okay, I'm gonna do as many push-ups as I can do today. And then the next day I'll do as many push-ups as I can do then. And then I'll take a rest or something. And then the next day I'll do more than I did the last couple days. You know what I mean? And do that for a couple weeks to get myself up there. But it takes a lot of time and all of that. And working out is just good for you. I don't want people to think that aspect of the military, that's what makes you a cold-blooded killer or some shit like that. Because like I said, some of these niggas are in great shape. Some of them not. You know what I mean? And they'll still put your ass out there in a fucking battlefield. So it's some niggas go to war, let's keep it a buck. Some motherfuckers don't need to be there. You know what I mean?
After boot camp?
Yo.
Damn.
Once you become in the army, it's just you gotta just be in the army.
Cause it's psychological too. You have
it is psychological. You gotta be ready for the shit when it's time to do it. And they give you opportunities to do a lot of shit. They give you opportunities to skydive and do all this other shit.
Is that when you did that?
Nah, I did that when I got out.
Oh,
and motherfuckers yo,
he's a wild
why
boy.
You ain't do it when you was in there? At least if I was in there, it would have been
it don't even matter when you do it. It just matters that you did it.
It's different. It's different in the military because they would teach you and train you. There'd be a whole course. It'd be free.
Yeah, you would know how to do it by yourself.
Right. You know what I mean?
Fuck all that.
I'm doing it the long way.
That do what the fuck they was doing.
I always listen. I'm very adventurous. I always like to do shit like that. I always wanted to experience different aspects of life like that. I always been that type of person. So I'm really you know what I mean? I'll do some shit like that, skydive, shit like that, you know what I mean? But that shit it is scary. I ain't gonna say it's not scary shit. But it's fun, you know what I mean? The adrenaline rush, that experience. I don't even know what you call it. Would you say that's a near death? What are you feeling?
100% is near death.
Is that what it is?
100%.
So it's that rush. I guess that rush is what really drives you to really you know what I mean? But it's
you a thrill seeker.
I am. It's dangerous though. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't have the worry. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I respect
that. She ain't had no worries about
I respect it though.
Yeah, I don't because
no, I respect.
I was sitting there with her.
I respect.
No, I don't care if you don't care about your life.
I respect. Nah, listen. I respect every aspect of danger. I respect it and try to understand how to not be in that situation. Most shit is preventative. You know what I mean? But if I've never experienced this situation, I won't know what to do. You know what I mean? Riding a motorcycle. For a civilian, that's probably one of the most dangerous things to do.
Didn't you get in a bike accident?
I got in two But I got in my.
I'd have been done with it.
I got on the first one. The first one wasn't that bad, right? The first one wasn't that bad. It was a little fender bender. I scratched on my beautiful bike. My bike was so nice before I scratched that shit up. Scratched it up a little bit, and I twisted my ankle. Messed my ankle up pretty bad. And I drove my bike to Libby's so that they could work on it and fix it. Yeah. And then my cousin took me back to the crib. I didn't even go to the hospital that time, so that wasn't that bad. And I rode my bike to the place to get it fixed.
Nigga never walked the same after that.
Nah, I did, yo. I was straight. I just had to just chill, like, you know what I mean?
For a few months,
For like a month. Like 1 month probably. Because it was like a few weeks. Because I had to go get my shit. So my boy took me to go get my bike. And my second accident wasn't even on my bike. My second accident was on my boy bike. Damn. That one was crazy. That one, I flipped over the shit.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know, man. I just panicked. You know what I mean? Damn. A rookie mistake, straight up.
You still talk to that dude? You still talk to the dude?
That's my bro, yeah. That's my bro. Yeah, I mean,
he almost died on his bike.
Yeah, but shit, he was right there with me.
That would have been horrible.
He the one that called the ambulance.
Damn, bro.
I was trying to go home.
You was bleeding out, nigga. You wasn't going home.
I was like, I ain't even know I was bleeding. I'm like, damn, my shit was hanging out. Like my fucking that shit's still numb. Like it still don't got no feeling right there. Like
that's crazy.
That shit crazy as fuck. And I ruptured my my quadricep.
Nigga said ruptured.
Yeah, ruptured.
Not fucked up. Not bruised.
Straight ruptured.
Ruptured, nigga.
Ruptured.
That sound horrible. Like.
I ruptured it.
God damn.
Got an ill ass scar. I be telling chicks, let me tell y'all I got these scars.
Think you shoot so
For real, yeah.
That's crazy as hell. I don't know. I'd have been done with bikes. In fact, I think you influenced that. I'm good on bikes. I'm straight.
Yo, I didn't try to get hurt. Like,
I know you
know.
Did, but I'm not trying.
It was like, yo, like the thing is like when you on the bike, you gotta be calm. You gotta be alert. You gotta be decisive. Cause like when you on that shit, anything could happen. Like you could what up?
What up?
Anything could happen. You could fall off the joint, whatever. So you gotta be careful.
Who's doing the podcast?
Yeah. So it's like if you new to it, like, you know, get the right training. I don't want to like chase people away from it because the tools is dope. Like it's.
Would you go back on the bike?
My bike in the garage. I gotta get my
fixed up and everything.
Yeah.
You go back. Great, bro.
My bike's still good. My bike not messed up. I was riding it
not too long ago.
Well, yeah, like the summer, like this summer, like earlier this summer, I was riding it.
You want to get like triggers? Like, oh shit, flashback.
Nah, I be on it like when I'm on it, like I just like I don't know. I feel comfortable, you know. But I don't want to go too fast. Like I got like.
You want to go on the highway with that shit?
Not yet.
Yo, you should call your podcast Smoke Champs.
Drink Champs.